Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, and welcome back to another crypto video. Today, there is a lot going on in the crypto space. Alright, there's a ton of news that we have to cover. But first, I want to get back to one point that I saw a couple of times in the comment section. And it is a response to the video I made earlier this morning at about 7 a.m. The video was talking about a critical or potential critical hit towards the SEC. And a major point of criticism is that I was late with that information. But let me tell you guys one thing. The actual lawsuit document, which I was referring to here, we actually covered about 10 minutes after it came out. So whenever you think that the Dusty BC or this channel is late with information, think again. Because it is most likely just not the first time that we covered it, and you most likely just did not check out the video. I want to quickly put some of the speculation to rest, guys, because I would never, ever let you all wait 2 or 3 or 4 days for info. No, I do my best every single day to get all this info to you guys as soon as possible, and sometimes it might be that it takes me 15 hours or 18 hours, but it will always be the same day. I can't imagine being late. No, it's not. That's not in my style. I just wanted to quickly make that clear. Now, XRP Captain 590 shared over on Twitter. ISO 20022 will go live. XRP will be used by all the central banks of the world in June 2022. XRP will hit 4 to 5 digits in June 2022. XRP price out event $100 to $120 after the lawsuit and Ripple stock listing at the NYSE in NASDAQ. XRP, lots of people don't know what they hold. And now guys, I am by far one of the most bullish people you'll ever see on XRP. Yet, I am here to give you guys information, and I really sincerely hope that a lot of you guys make it big in this crypto game. And so, whenever I talk about XRP, I talk about the truth. And the truth here lies and stands that I personally think that $100 per XRP, as an example, is not insane. It can definitely happen. And that XRP will be extremely successful. And that even on the short term, XRP has one of the greatest risk to rewards. But I also have criticism. And right now is a key example. This person saying that everything is going down in June 2022, I find misleading. And I don't know why so many community members go like that stuff or retweet that and share. It is not the truth. We just don't know exactly what is going to pop off. It could be tomorrow, it could be the day after. And same thing for this price out event. We don't know what the XRP price will be after the lawsuit. And I always think it's better to expect lower and let the results speak for themselves. Imagine this, guys. What if I keep shouting over on my YouTube that the price is surely going to go to $100 or $150 after the lawsuit, and it only goes to about 15? Now, all the people who had an expectation of XRP going times 100 from the price where it was sued at, which was about 17 cents. So you guys get that drift, right? That's about $17. That's times 100. All the people who expected that, okay, let's say it differently. If the price of XRP goes to $20 after the lawsuit, everybody who was expecting 100 times gains is satisfied, right? But everybody who was expecting 1,000% gains, or 1,000 times gains, I should say, or who was expecting the price to go to $100 or $200 is now severely let down. Point being, have modest expectations. And this is already a really extreme example where I'm talking about $20 an XRP, which is still relatively high. I would say if you are making any expectations for the lawsuit, keep them as low as you can possibly kind of keep them. Like, for example, $5 or so are all-time high, because you have a higher chance of just being satisfied, and every dollar that you stack on top of that is going to be good. And still, guys, I always price my crypto with the model of, is it going to give me a good return on investment? If yes, I will spend my money on that if there's no real good opportunity cost for something else. I just discount everything, and specifically XRP right now is just my best opportunity. But it doesn't need to go to 100 or 200 or anything crazy like that for me to be happy. I would already be extremely happy if XRP goes to $10 after this lawsuit, Because we all know what we hold. We know the value of this crypto will most likely just skyrocket as time goes on and more utility is brought to it. So why make these expectations for these days? It's not my style. It's not me. All right, then again, we know there's massive expansion. Crypto Eddie just shared over on Twitter, XRP audio partner Neum explains how they are in multiple geographies enabling Ripple and ODL with XRP in Europe, US, India, Malaysia, and Turkey, specifically mentioned in the explanation with this slide, more in today's video. And she actually shared another example here. In case you're new to XRP, this is a good graphic to understand how this ODL specifically actually works in a couple of different steps. And now guys, it is really not that difficult. You should see it from this perspective, right? You have one bank on one side, one bank on the other side. You want to get it from this side to the other, and you need to find a proper system for that, specifically if it's cross borders, which means to a different country, right? Across a country border. Now you might think, oh, but the bank could just send it to the other bank, right? Yes and no. Theoretically speaking, if it's the same bank in different countries, it's not that hard. The only problem is that it takes a lot of time because either you're going to have to ship your cash or the other country, country's bank would have to have the currency in reserve, because otherwise how can you give out the currency, for example, going from US dollar to Mexican peso, if you don't have the Mexican peso in this bank? Or you're going to have to go and do some really fishy stuff with your currencies not being backed properly in that area. But that's all going to get kind of messy. So they need to either have that currency there already for it to be fast, or they're going to have to send it over, which takes a long time. That differs, however, if there's no, because from that perspective, it's the same bank. Sometimes they can use a trust line where it's like, this bank trusts that this bank will pay them eventually, so they can give it out to their members up front because they know it's the same bank. It'll be sent there, right? However, that differs if there's no trust between these two parties. Let's say you are Bank A and you have a person that you know, right? There needs to be a transaction here, but if you don't trust the party or the party doesn't trust you, then sometimes it just doesn't happen that easily, because you can't just send money there without knowing the result of it, and you can't just expect them to pay up if you've already given some stuff out. There's just no trust. Let's kind of summarize it like that. So how it basically works is, well, fund seller XRP wallet, sender XRP wallet is right here. It sends XRP, or at least XRP is drawn down by the sender, then XRP is converted to fiat by the receiver, and the receiver pays out to local beneficiaries. It's just this first side changes US dollars, for example, to XRP. The XP is sent around the world. Then the XP is transferred from XP to Mexican peso, and then it's being sent out to those guys. And that happens nearly instantly. It's so fast, it's so efficient, it's so juicy. And it always makes me get excited when I think about it. By the way, guys, another one question for you all. What is your expected XRP value once a settlement has been reached? And be honest with me, all right? Be completely honest with me. Do you think it's going to hit some crazy price of $100 instantly? Or do you think it'll be lower? Do you think it'll be higher? You can let me know in the comments down below. I would say stay modest. But again, answer truthfully to your own personal thoughts. And the reason I'm saying that is not for me, once more, guys. It's not because I like to talk about it that way. It's because I want you guys all to be happy with whatever happens. And if you're always thinking about $100, $200, $500, $1,000, $5,000, $10,000 per XRP, you might be let down severely. Is it possible to get there? Yes. But beautiful things take time. Beautiful things take time. In terms of institutional buying and just buying in general, one fun thing to kind of consider is the fact that more and more crypto is being bought and stored and locked away every single day. And with crypto like Bitcoin and XRP, there's no there's a maximum supply. And so theoretically speaking, as time moves on, it'll just be less and less and less and less. A key difference between Bitcoin and XRP is that XRP was pre-mined. And so the total amount of XRP out there is already in circulation. There's a little bit of a shift, however, in circulating supply due to the escrow that Ripple has. So theoretically speaking, it's still inflationary from that perspective. However, XRP and Bitcoin both have kind of a burning mechanism in place. As with Bitcoin, just a lot of transfers are lost and is the most utilized network out there, so a lot of money is lost. And with XRP, there's just a basically burning fee, which is theoretically speaking just kind of hammered into the XP supply piece by piece. Now, obviously, guys, it's going to be a really low amount of XP that gets burned every single day. It's going to take a long time before all the XP is gone or before the scarcity really kicks in. But that definitely could change a lot as well if, for example, Swift or some crazy network starts to hop on and work together with Ripple. And a little fun fact, overall the documents which we covered last week, we already know Ripple and Swift we'll be working together. It's not really a secret anymore. It's not really something too strange anymore. It's just a matter of time before the price kicks in because of all that utility. But that's also because, well, let's see it like this, right? Let's say we know that some guys are going to be working together. Some people buy in anticipation because they're going to work together, right? But the true value unlocked only actually starts to kind of become apparent once they've been working for a little while and people have really saved money. You know, in a real company sense, there's a small amount of people who buy in anticipation of something, but the most amount of people buy when the results are really there. Unless you completely trust it, again, that's a couple of people, but you really want to see what it does. You really want to see the results, and that's literally what I think is going to need to happen with all this stuff too. Ripple is having a domino effect going on right now where partners after partner after partner are connected to the network, yes. But a good part of it also has to do with the fact that we need to see the utility first. And right now, there's still a critical lawsuit going on, which needs to be fixed first as well. But some big plays are going to happen in 2 days from now, guys, because that's when the Ripple v. SEC hearing is going to be. All right, Bitcoin will hit $100,000 in 6 months, says advisory firm's managing director. Guys, I've said it a couple of times by now, $100,000 per Bitcoin doesn't really faze me no more. It doesn't really give me those tingles which it used to give me. And that's once more the same thing for XRP, for example, back at all-time high, or $2, let's say. Right? Let's say we're doubling in Bitcoin price or doubling in XRP price, which is relatively, the same. It doesn't faze me. The only problem is that XRP isn't even at all-time high yet, and Bitcoin is severely above its all-time high from 2017, which XRP hasn't even hit. It's about 1/3 of that value, where Bitcoin is about 2.5 times that value. So I guess then XRP has to go times 2.5 to get back to all-time high, and then times 2.5. Let's say about times 3 to go to all-time high, and then times 2.5 to attain the same type of gain that Bitcoin did relatively. And even that doesn't really faze me, all right? It really doesn't. IMF deeply concerned about countries making Bitcoin legal tender. I believe September 7th, if I'm not mistaken, Bitcoin is becoming official tax usable legal tender in El Salvador. I wrote it down somewhere as well, but I believe it's just September 7th that it happens in El Salvador. A lot of people, however, have protested, I saw in the news recently, that they're not happy with all this news, not happy with all this stuff. Fun fact, I was actually watching it with a family member, and they, funny enough, asked me what I think about that type of stuff. A little side note, by the way, guys, make sure you are always careful in sharing how much crypto you have with others. There are so many sad stories about people getting, something happening to them because they're shouting out how much money they have, or they're shouting out all these luxury things that they own. Be careful with that type of stuff. I don't want to spend too many words on it, but just, I want to say quickly, be careful, all right? Be careful. I always look out for you. You guys know how it works, right? And I don't want you guys to be an example. I've also warned you guys of selling or buying crypto from just normal people. Always use an exchange because it's just a lot safer that way. Once more, we also know that legal tender Bitcoin can have a couple of good sides, a couple of bad sides. I mean, obviously, if Bitcoin really takes over as your country's currency, it might make things really difficult because some people argue that Bitcoin is in control of the mass industry, or the higher ups, basically the rich guys, the elites. So if you get paid in Bitcoin, the value is just going to crumble, and all the time you worked your salary for all the entire month, it's just going to become worthless. And yeah, I mean, I'm on a different. Wait, what happened? Am I still recording? Yes, I am. Oh, okay, my headset just plopped out. Okay, good. I thought the recording ended again, but we're good. I'm completely on the other side of the spectrum. It's like, if I were to get paid in Bitcoin, I would be pretty happy. Then again, I often think it's a misconception that being paid in Bitcoin is really a good thing. The only thing it shows that people, or for people who want to get paid in Bitcoin, is that they lack the mental dedication, maybe, to just send their money over that they get paid in fiat to crypto. Obviously, what's the difference? If you get paid in crypto, paid in fiat, there's no difference. The only reason I would say get paid in fiat and then transfer it to crypto is because you have this tax obligation. You have this lingering idea that if you get paid in the crypto, it might turn out that you have no money left this entire month. If you get paid in US dollars, euro, whatever, and you change whatever you can into crypto, well, you can manage your risk a lot more properly. Theoretically speaking, you just transfer whatever crypto you get over to euros or dollars as well. But you have this couple of hour window where you are potentially getting your money and where you get to transfer it, where you can, for example, lose up to 20% of your money, of your entire salary worth in that little time frame. Right? It's just so volatile. And I would prefer to do it the other way around. Sometimes it's worse, but most of the time it's a better idea, my own opinion. Again, it's only for the people who lack the mental clarity to buy crypto, though, that getting paid in crypto is easier. But usually I would say no. Same thing for paying your taxes. I guess if you really wait for the right spot, okay, it's pretty fun. But then again, I think paying your taxes in crypto is just going to be annoying because, let's say, You have $100,000 right now in crypto. Your taxes are $100,000. You pay it, boom, all fine. But then you look at your crypto wallet tomorrow, it says $0, but the wallet address that you send it to now all of a sudden has $400,000. That's because the Bitcoin price just timed forward in a couple of days. And yeah, you're just going to hate yourself for that one, I think. Last but not least, Charles Hoskinson highlights Cardano's ecosystem growth. They're expanding massively, guys. It is happening. It is happening right now as we speak, and there's no going back. Cardano is one of the biggest projects right now as we speak, and pretty shortly here, Cardano is going to be the household name for smart contracts, I personally think. They're making some really, really big steps, going really, really fast. And once more, guys, pretty soon here, you will not be able to ignore Cardano anymore. Don't forget, I got the opportunity to buy a ton of ADA at 2 and 3 cents, which is still relatively high, I guess, right, for a lot of other people, but okay. I do think that even right now, the prices where we're at are still low, and I'm still buying more because $3 in ADA, it's not even that crazy. To be honest with you, it is not even that crazy because the majority of the utility has not even been utilized or seen just quite yet. But right, guys, that was it for today's video. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you press the like button and subscribe, and make sure you check out Bybit. A link is down below because right now you can get upwards of $3,650 worth of bonuses for completely free. Might be something for you, so go ahead and check it out.